Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we're going to be focusing on terms and conditions, specifically how to read them, go through them, pull through all the action items that you need to from them to make sure you know everything you need to know to make the bank's money into your money. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, the majority of this video is going to be over here on the computer. I'm going to actually walk through terms and conditions and show you everything to look for and go through my detailed process on how I pull out these terms and conditions. Now, it's not necessary that I do this every single time to this level of depth, but, when you're just starting out, this is, the best practice to build, best habits to build, and then you can kind of go and modify from there. So, really quick here, why is this important? Because, yes, sites like Doctor of Credit and even here, we really spell out the terms for you, but, the reality of it is we're not going to cover every single bonus. I signed up for a bonus from a local credit union about a week or so ago, specifically for like Michigan or, 3 states that I'm frankly never going to make a video on because, it's just not big enough deal to, for that many viewers, right? And, the Doctor of Credit the same way, other sites like that, they really focus on, bonuses over $100 or they don't even find all of them, right? We could literally make videos every single day and we would still never run out of bonuses to talk about. So if you want to go out and hunt your own and find your own, you're going to need to know the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions are basically the roadmap on how to make banks money into our money. So, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So we're going to start with basically a bank. I'll pull one up. Then we're going to go through what, if you're familiar with the video format, the summary slide, and go through and answer all those questions, talk about it, and come out on the other end well informed. So without further ado, let's go ahead, flip the view, and get to work. Alright guys, so here we are. This is going to be our bonus example. Now I should have mentioned, I actually will have a full video on Laurel Road, so if you want to see what the end result looks like, I'll link that down below for you, but this is kind of behind the scenes of how we landed to do that. So I'm bringing this in from my right screen over here, but anyone who's seen the videos, you know the format. We tend to use slides, and we want the offer, requirements, eligibility, fees, and closures, a data point if I have one, and then the summary slide. So this is really all the information we're trying to get out of this, and so I'm really just going to show you where and how I got this information and interpreted from. Of course, this is already pre-filled because you don't want to see me type on slides, but really the interesting part is where I got it from. So again, we're on the offer page, right? So that's the easy part. And, they always make this first part easy because I can tell you here, $300 here, but we're picking this one because there's a little bit extra to it. And that's this section right here. It's saying, hey, look, you could get an additional $20 cash reward every month for making qualifying ACH direct deposits during the first 12 months. And that right there, again, is kind of where it starts to be vague, and we need to tighten this up. So, they're telling us $20 cash for every month you make qualifying ACH direct, but they don't tell you qualify. They don't want to tell you what qualifying means, how much, where it has to come from, things like that. So, see, they're kind of being vague already. We're going to find most of these answers in the terms and conditions, and a quick shortcut is these numbers right here. This number 1 there, this number 2 right here. That's usually going to skip you right down to where the more information is at. So if we do that, you can see we dropped all the way down to the landing page here for disclaimers. Now, of course, this is super small, so we're going to zoom in. I always suggest zoom enhance because it just really makes it a lot easier to read this, right? For the camera's sake, oh, that's really big. We'll just go one more. There we go. I think for being on video, I think this is good. So again, what we want to go through here is figure out what the heck we actually have to do. So in order, right? So primary account holders eligible to earn monthly $20 reward from the 2nd through the 13th statement period. So this is important because right here, this is telling you, hey, this is when this is actually taking effect. So you're only going to earn, basically for a year, you can earn $20 additional because they're considering that your first year. Then from the 14th statement period onward, the eligible reward will be $10 a month as long as the account is open. Okay, so we have that part understood now. We have our date range now. So to earn the monthly rewards, you must make qualifying automated clearinghouse, ACH, that's what it stands for, direct deposits into the account totaling $2,500 during the statement period. So there you go, because really what they're saying now, above they just said qualifying, but now we know qualifying is $2,500 during the statement period. So a statement period would be like, from August 1st to August 31st, basically that month, right? So basically what they're saying is $2,500 a month is going to get you, direct deposit is going to get you your $20 a month for months, 2 through 13. Now, why they couldn't just say that like that, I'm not really sure, but this is why we read the terms and conditions. Now again, if you ever want to know what they cover as a qualifying ACH deposit, well, they're going to tell you right here. Again, it's always payroll, Social Security, pension, government benefits, something like that. So that's where they qualify it at. Now, in addition to that, we also need to know about that $300 offer. So I don't see anything about the $300 offer here. So if we drop down to, it looks like this section, because remember the number 2 corresponded to that. So, you must open a Laurel Road loyalty checking account by the end of the year, basically. So this tells you when it ends, which is information that we needed on our slide as well. And of course, again, you must make 1 or more qualifying direct deposits via ACH directly to that account. So the 1 or more is important because more often than not they do allow you to stack, as long as the aggregated direct deposits within that qualifying time period is enough, then you're good. It doesn't have to be 1 transaction. So again, you got to make those ACH direct deposits totaling at least $2,500 within the first 60 days after account opening to receive the $300. So that right there, you can see this sentence, they've told us exactly what we need to do to get the $300. Open up the loyalty checking account by December 31st at the latest, make qualifying ACH deposits of $2,500 within the first 60 days after that account opening to receive the $300. So now between the two, we're going to pause there because we have our requirements built out. So if we come back to here and then we look at our requirements that we wrote out in our slide, so we said number 1, direct deposit $2,500 within 60 days of account opening to net you $300. Now I listed these as optional. What we said was, hey, direct deposit $2,500 a month to earn $20. This should say, we should make that say per month. See, sometimes I left the mistake in on purpose because now we know a little bit better. To earn $20 per month, the month's 2 to 13, and that's going to be $240 total. Then direct deposit $2,500 a month to earn $10. We'll say per month again. And this is months 14 plus because they don't have an end date. So they say as long as the account's open. And we also have our valid through date, right? So now we figured out our requirements successfully. So let's move that off to the second screen. So now that we know that, we need to tell the folks, are they eligible or not, right? That's the next thing we need to find. Now you can also, if you're struggling to go through here, you can do like a control find or command find on the keyboard. It can kind of help you. Looking for eligibility. Or you can kind of just keep skimming through. It's normally they kind of go in order, which is helpful. So if you drop down right here, you're limited to 1 bonus for qualifying individual. That's usually the case. If you're the primary owner of a Laurel Road checking account within the last prior 24 months before opening a new account, you are not eligible for this bonus offer. Now, in addition to that, they would, if this was state specific, generally they do list states in here where sometimes it is limited to the bank's footprint, but because they don't necessarily tell you this time. But I do know this one is nationwide. So a lot of times, if they have a pop-up that makes you put in your zip code or something like that, that's a good indicator. But they don't list any states in here as well that are excluded. So that's why I'm going with nationwide. So if you come back to our slide deck here, you can see eligibility. We have nationwide, can't have had a Laurel Road checking account in the last 24 months. So we've got that. Let's move that out. Now the last thing we need is fees and closure. It'll be down. It could potentially be down here. You could also want to look for a fee sheet as well. But luckily for us, they have this accounts closed within the first 180 days. We charge a $25 early closure fee. So we have that section. Now as far as account minimums go, for this one, I did notice this. This usually isn't here. They usually don't make it this easy, but this is kind of what you would call a mini fee sheet, if you will. So you can see monthly maintenance service charges are 0. So once again, we bring, we went too far. There we go. We bring this back in, fees and closures, no account fees, leave account open 180 days. So we go back to our summary slide here to put it all together. We knew it was Laurel Road. Technically, this is a loyalty checking account, is what they call it. So we'll name it that. Let's make capitalization because that's important. Loyalty checking account. Payouts $300, optional $240. We're going to say nationwide because there are no state exclusions on the list. Requirements, again, I'm just listing out the main requirements because when I make the video, I think most people are going to be interested in this. But direct deposit $2,500 within the first 60 days. Fees, nope. Account closures, keep account open 180 days. And so just like that, that's the behind the scenes of how you gather all the terms and conditions. Again, reading through this is really good. That's really the key, knowing what to look for. Again, usually it does go in order, of the same order that I put the videos in. And then again, we did get lucky with this because normally these fee sheets aren't right smack dab in the middle of the page, but this is where you're going to find the fees at more often than not. They usually don't list the monthly maintenance fees in the terms and conditions. These will either be listed on the checking account, in the checking account details, or again in a fee sheet. But overall, it's a pretty good example. Like I said, I will put the full completed video down below if you want to go ahead and see what the final product is. Without further ado, we'll flip it back to close this one out with some final thoughts. And so there we have it, guys. Again, overall, it's not really that bad. A lot of banks, they use the same terminology, same vernacular down below. What really makes it hard is that, again, they don't really write it out in a normal font that's easy to read. They kind of put it in different places sometimes. And again, it's not really written in a way that a normal human would talk, which is funny considering how the promotional page is written very warm and invitingly and easy to follow. So, again, the only other thing I would say here is, again, remember, you also may need to check fee sheets and things like that and cross-reference, of course. Once you learn how to do this, then there's no problem cross-referencing with a site like the Doctor or a video site like this. I don't always go through and do this if someone's already done the homework for me, but there's the other bonuses, again, that I mentioned at the beginning, that no one's done the homework, so I go and do it myself really quickly, again, just to make sure that, I don't miss anything. Now, of course, nobody's perfect, and I do have my fair share of L's throughout the year on the old spreadsheet. It's just part of the game, but sometimes we got to charge it to the game and move on. But either way, now you know how to dissect the terms and conditions. So, of course, if you still don't want to do it and you want it easier, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I'm posting content just like this every week on how to make banks money into your money, complete with terms and conditions breakdowns. But, of course, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing. So, with that, let me know some of your tricks going through the terms and conditions as well as documenting and things like that, as well as other one-on-one topic videos you want to see in this world of bank account bonus hunting. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and talk to you very soon in the next one.